Hey, folks, welcome back to round 5 at GameSwap Mason, brought to you by Top Tech Productions, streaming on Twitch TV. We've got a sweet matchup here, Humans versus Death Shadow, which we already saw, but this is actually
Hatebears. It's red-white Hatebears is the Humans deck.
Oh.
It does have a lot of humans, but
Yeah, I guess they're right.
Yeah.
I guess Magus of the Moon's a human,
but also Leon and Arbiter.
and Leon the Arbiter is a cat.
Right. And also Selfless Spirit.
So it's cat human spirits, man, bear, pig.
Yes.
This is so I know we saw this matchup already tonight, but it's a very important matchup in the format right now. We were talking about it last time. The Pro Tour right now.
This is not an important matchup. Death Shadow is.
Well, right, but that's right. I had one train of thought, and I just kind of wanted to go with it. Though I will say, Hatebears was making a showing at the Pro Tour.
Yeah.
There was one person from the metagame breakdown playing green-white. I assume it was Craig Wesco.
Yeah, almost.
But it could have been anybody. You never know. It could have been anybody. Probably Craig Wesco, though.
So we got the turn 2 Selfless Spirit here from Ty. Patrick led with Basic Island into now Watery Grave. That's interesting.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if he intended to lead with Basic Island. You usually don't see that out of Shadow
Yeah.
decks.
He's got double Serum Visions here, so a lot of filtering. He's already cast a Thought Scour.
Yeah, so Victor, who we watched playing earlier, is not playing any Serum Visions.
No, he was not.
He plays only Opt and Sleight of Hand because he thinks that for Serum you fetch way too much with the deck to reliably keep cards on top. You want to be casting them at instant speed, and you want to not be waiting a turn to get a threat. You're constantly looking for threats and want to be able to take a card right then when you cast it on your main phase if you have to, rather than draw a random card and then wait for a whole turn cycle to get your scryed cards.
So Ty is attacking for 2. So Ty has double Magus of the Moon here. Patrick has a Fatal Push for the first one that you can float black mana.
Yeah, so float the black,
Yeah.
Patrick. Float the black. You know
But
what,
actually, the Selfless
what to
Spirit
do.
kind of bricks that.
Yeah, you could brick it if you want. Though Patrick has a Basic Island, so it's not clear how big of a deal it is.
I think it's a pretty big deal.
It is a big deal, but
Yeah.
he does have, like, what, 3 other hand sculpt spells in hand?
Yeah.
So he might be able to find his basic swamp somehow. Yeah, I guess.
And this is an awkward spot, though, with the Selfless Spirit. He's going to Fatal Push the Spirit? Okay, might as well sacrifice it. Huh. All right.
Interesting.
And then he top decks Dismember.
Dismember,
so easy.
well, easy money.
Oh, he knew it was there off the Serum Visions. That's why. He didn't top deck it.
Oh,
Okay.
sure.
So nice heads-up play there from Patrick, although Ty does have a second Magus of the Moon, so. This also slightly hinders the Death Shadow game plan as the Blood Crypt comes into play on tap, but Patrick is... No, I don't think Patrick can pay the life.
He's not paying life.
No, he did.
Well, you can't pay life.
That's what I'm wondering. Yeah, he just remembered that. Yeah, so
Yeah,
right.
new rule change, folks. Can't pay life anymore.
So he pays 4 for this. Yeah.
I like how it used to be that it was you don't have to pay life.
Oh.
Well, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm not sure. I believe Ty has a bolt, but I think I have to go for the bolt here.
What is that card on the left in Ty's hand?
It's a Flicker Wisp,
Oh.
which I think you might just play
That's
here.
pretty good here. That's a white
Oh,
splicer.
well, that blocks.
Also, not bad. And these shadows are only 2/2s, so.
Yeah, that's why he was able to bolt the first one. Yep, there's a fetch land. And Patrick also has Snapcaster to flash back to Dismember and drain his life total even further. Ty can make some blockers with the Flicker Wisp picking up Blade Splicer.
Stubborn in the Island hand for Patrick.
That's not a great card in
Yeah,
this matchup.
it doesn't do a ton, but it is good against Ty's removal if he finds it.
So Patrick goes down to 8 with a fetch shock here. He did this right now, so he might be thinking about casting Snapcaster and Serum Visions or something along those lines.
I could get behind that.
He's going to lead with the Serum Visions from hand first. So he draws a land.
Yeah, this is an easy way for Patrick to get way ahead on value and advantage here. Like 4 mana, Serum, Snap Serum is a lot of cards, a lot of filtering, and put a 2/1 body out there.
Right. And he looks like he kept a Gurmag Angler on top, which is going to be another hard threat for Ty to remove. Attack for 5. I think you don't block here.
Yeah, I wouldn't block.
And fortunately for Ty, the Snapcaster push plan is not going to work here against Flicker Wisp on the Blade Splicer because he doesn't have Revolt. But instead, Ty just goes for the
Magus number 2.
The Magus, yeah.
The thing is, Ty does have to answer a Death Shadow still.
Right.
Even if this Magus pans out for him. So Patrick has floated blue, black, blue, maybe.
Probably. So you could Snapcaster push the Golem token if he wants to. He can Snapcast through Thought Scour, depending on what mana he floated.
Magus of the Moon really causing headaches.
Yeah. Ooh, nice. The 5th land is the fast land coming in untapped. That is spicy.
That is spicy.
Oh, that was not a Flicker Wisp. That was the
Thalia. I thought it was Thalia. When you said Flicker
Yeah.
Wisp, I was skeptical, but I took your word for it, Mario. I took your word
Well,
for
it
it.
looks like Flicker Wisp. I'm sorry. We're going to flashback Dismember in response. Okay. So down goes.
Oh, yeah. I forgot that Dismember was still in the yard.
Patrick
Of course,
falls
that does
to
put
4.
Patrick to 4 life,
Yeah.
which means he's got to be real careful with how he navigates this.
Right.
Especially with this Thalia in play. His spells aren't too pliable anyway. He's got 4 mana, so. This is an interesting board
Do
state.
you attack with Golem here? I
I
think you do. Because you're chump blocking with Blade
yeah,
Splicer no matter
you're at
what.
13 life, so.
Yeah.
But if you attack with Golem, that makes Death Shadow a 12/12, unless he chumps it. And of course, that means that God, but if you go lower than 4, I feel like if you attack with Golem, Patrick chump blocks because or else that puts him in bolt range.
Right. No, he has to chump block. Maybe attack with both.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah. I like it. Threaten lethal. Now he has to block.
Well, now it makes every bolt lethal.
Right.
But the downside is that now you can die to something like Teamer Battle Rage.
That is true. You can
Like
die.
I don't know. I mean, not everyone. Like most people play 1 or 2 main. So this is. There's a lot of ways for both players to play this, and
Yeah. I like the attack for 4 here, though.
I understand all lines. I think.
Going to 1.
Yeah, go to
now
1.
we can't correct fetch lands. And he does have a fetch land in hand.
So the awkward thing about not being able to fetch land for Revolt here is, you can't Fatal
Right.
Push a 3-drop now. But
So he drew the Gurmag Angler you knew about, and I think the last card in his hand is Stubborn Denial. So I guess
Gurmag is incredibly good here
and I guess Stubborn Denial has him covered on
the Bolt plan.
on the Bolt, but he can't attack.
Yeah, you play out this. Yeah, it's so awkward that Ty's it. If Ty were at 12 instead of 13, we could attack and force the chump block and play
Right.
Gurmag, but we can't do that.
Yeah.
So this is some awkward stuff. I mean, Patrick knows he's got to play out the Gurmag.
Yeah.
I'll be curious to see how he delves.
He is leaving up with a bunch of mana. Just representing stuff. He's going to get rid of Serum Visions first. And Shadow. Not the lands? No, there's lands, alright.
I'm wondering if you just don't do that. I'm
Just tap
wondering
all your
if-
lands?
No, I
Or
think
all but
you.
one?
Yeah, all but one. I think
Yeah.
you just leave up Watery Grave here. I don't understand the point of excessive delving there. I mean, there are some corner cases where it's fine, but like if you have another top deck delve threat into Snapcast or something like that, you want to be
Yeah.
prepared.
So Flicker Wisp just wins the game here.
Yeah, yeah, it does.
As does
There are
anyone.
a lot of cards that win the game here.
Yeah. Not sure what Ty drew. He's just going to pass the turn? No, he's thinking about it. Blade Splicer's pretty good.
Yeah, another Blade Splicer would be sick.
Could have drawn something lame like an Aether Vial.
Yeah, that could be. Yeah, the sweet thing about a Blade Splicer here is it's literally just 2 lethal bodies.
Yeah.
Like when Patrick's at 1 like
Well,
this.
everybody's lethal now.
You just want to have more guys than him.
No, Ty's just passing the turn.
Well, if
Not
it's
great.
if it's an instant, yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh God, Snapcaster. So now Ty has to win with creatures because there's no way you're going to get through Stubborn Snap Stubborn. So also that snap gives Patrick another body to chump block and make him safer.
Yeah, that was a huge
draw.
That may have been set there by the Serum Visions, but regardless, definitely super important for Patrick.
All right, let's see how he navigates this. So I think you just swing with Shadow. I think you're totally safe swinging with Shadow.
Well, I guess if Ty's last card is Resto, then he can still win. He just flashes in
yeah,
Resto.
if that is a Resto, then you block, you flash, you swing out the blocker with
and you know
Resto.
Patrick can't trigger Revolt because he can't crack any fetch lands.
Right.
So you just have to make sure you don't die this turn.
Do you think that is a Resto?
I think it's just something dumb like an Ether Vial or a land, but we'll see. In with the troops.
With both. Is he bluffing Team or Battle Rage or something?
Well, you definitely block. I mean, I guess you just block.
Yeah, you just take 5.
I think it would have double blocked. Oh no, that Golem doesn't have first strike. Never mind.
Yeah.
But he definitely doesn't have Resto. Patrick's gonna go with the main phase Snapcaster.
Is he gonna push?
Yeah, it's safest play. And yeah, I think Ty might be dead. Yeah, it was definitely not Resto. And I guess this one blocker does keep him alive for a turn. Wow, now he drew the Resto.
Ugh.
Man.
Ugh, that feels bad. Poor Ty. By the way, can we get Ty's last name changed? That is not Ty's last name. His last name is Richer, as in more rich.
Ah, yes.
As in Richie Rich from that movie.
There we go.
Oh, it was a Thalia.
Resto Thalia, wow.
So why wouldn't he play? Oh, it's Legend Roll.
Right.
I'm dumb.
Man, that was a tight one. If he would have done that
sucks.
Resto one turn earlier, he would have got it.
Yeah, gosh. Man, I've been telling Ty to play the Vryn Wingmare. Should have come prepared with those.
Instead of Thalia, yeah.
Well, or with some number of Vryn Wingmare in addition to Thalia.
He should be playing the Gut Shot. That would have got him.
Gut Shot. Actually, it wouldn't have because he had lots of Stubborn Denials.
Maybe he taps out randomly sometime.
You never know.
Shot him.
You never know.
Maybe Ty taps out to bluff that he doesn't have anything.
Except for Ty's Gut Shot would have cost 1 mana there.
Yeah, well, Thalia died.
All right, so what can Ty bring in out of the side?
Mirran Crusader.
Blessed Alliance.
I know he's playing Mirran Crusader because I heard him win a game earlier against
Mirran
Shadow.
Crusader is good. That's definitely a good one.
Yeah, Blessed Alliance is good.
Blessed Alliance is solid. I'd be okay with some sort of threat like Brimaz.
If he has
just
that,
a nice, valuable threat that gives you multiple bodies. I'd even be okay with Kitchen Finks. That'd be actually pretty good here. Not sure what else though. Flicker Wisp was obviously if he's got 3 mana Thalia, that could be good.
Yeah,
that card's actually really pretty good against Shadow on the play. It's not very good on the draw, but on the play, very solid. Patrick definitely wants some of his sweepers. If he's got Kozilek's or Flaying Tendrils.
Does Ty do you think Ty plays like a Johnny Vengeance in the sideboard? That would be really good.
You could. The sad thing is it costs like 5 mana through Thalia, but
right. But it seems good against Shadow. You can keep their big threat locked down, or just
the card's definitely amazing against Shadow. Very good. Patrick might have his Staticaster.
Right.
That's really good in this matchup.
Yeah, definitely good there.
Might have
even like Flaying Tendrils is pretty good.
Yeah, like I think all the go.
I'm not sure if you're going to
go wide sweeper, the anti-go wide cards are good here.
I'm not sure you're going to be able to cast Flaying Tendrils through the Magus of the Moon, but Kozilek's turn.
Could be tough. Yeah, that's what nice thing about Kozilek's here.
Yeah.
Trying to think of other cards Patrick could have.
Probably typical Death Shadow sideboard.
Yeah, he must have some other. He must have a Rest in Peace resilient threat besides Shadow. I'm trying to think of what he. Yeah, like most people play Pyro.
Yeah.
But he could do something else. You never know. Could play Corlash Heir to the Black. Heir to the what is it? Black Throne.
Heir to Black Blade.
Yeah, Heir to Black Blade. Yeah.
Don't know what that card does, but
it's a 4 mana
it's from
with
Future
power
Sight
and
or
toughness
Time
equal to the
Spiral.
number of swamps you control.
Oh yeah.
And it has Regenerate for 2, and it has Grandeur.
Yeah.
Yeah, you discard 1 from your hand, and you fetch for 2 swamps. Put them in tapped, I think. Yeah, great card. This is actually the card that's on the box for the Future Sight bundle, the Fat Pack.
Wow.
That's actually Corlash Heir to the Black Blade fighting our other favorite Delve card, Tombstalker.
Tombstalker? Wow.
Yeah. Is there any way we could pull up an image of of a Fat Pack, Corlash, the Future Sight?
The featured art on the Fat Pack of Future Sight.
It's a Corlash fighting a Tombstalker. It is super epic. By far the best art on a Fat Pack box they've ever done.
Wow.
I mean, this is not even my subjective opinion. This is everyone's opinion.
It's just true.
It's just true. I've never seen any better art. The Lorwyn box is pretty cool too.
The one that's the one that connects with the Kithkin.
No, that is wait, yeah. I'm thinking of the what's the green one?
Not a great resolution there on that Fat Pack, but
It looks all right though.
you can kind of see it.
You can see how cool it is.
Yeah.
There's the great it might be like the Eventide or Shadow. It's the Fat Pack that has the elves on it. That's green
there
and
we
white.
go. This is sweet.
Oh yeah, so that's the art on it.
Nice.
Yeah, that's tight. That's tight. Yeah.
Wow.
Are
Are you sure that's Tombstalker?
Yeah, it is.
Looks kind of like a demon.
I know some people think it's Malfigor, but it's not.
Okay.
For one, because Malfigor is not from this set.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And 2, because if you compare Tombstalker's features with that, it's definitely a Tombstalker.
Yeah, clear. Okay.
It's just kind of
It's just
weird because no one is in a tomb there. Clearly,
no, he's definitely not stalking any
it
tombs.
looks like it's more like sort of a Gandalf fighting
Balrog.
a Balrog
Yeah.
kind of a scene.
All right, well we're into game 2 here. See if players like their opening 7. Ty's looks pretty good. He's got, well, he might have 3 or 4 lands.
3 or 4 lands is
He
fine.
does have Smuggler's Copter, which
He does have Leonin Arbiter, which is great on the play if Patrick messes up or gets unlucky, which sometimes is really what you hope for with Leonin Arbiter. When you're playing cards that are otherwise vanilla 2-mana 2/2s,
yeah.
you kind of hope you get lucky with it.
Patrick also has the option to, Ty also has the option for the Toon Smuggler's Copter, which I think I like that better than Leonin Arbiter. Well, we'll see if he gets to keep it through a discard spell here, though.
That could be a Serum Visions.
Yeah. So he's got both available. He's going to go with the Inquisition.
All right. What are we taking here? We might actually just take the Smuggler's Copter.
Yeah?
Though it's also possible for a deck like Patrick's, I feel like you have enough removal that you could just, why take the Smuggler's Copter? You can automatically 2-for-1 him just by killing all his creatures.
Yeah.
So he might take the Arbiter.
Well, you know what card would be great in a deck like Ty's? Dust to Dawn.
Oh yeah, he might be playing it in the sideboard.
Yeah.
Some people do. It shows up a lot in Hatebears type lists.
Yeah, that's actually pretty cool.
It's not good in like Thought-Knot Seer type lists, Eldrazi and Taxes, but in traditional Hatebears, it's very good.
Oh, it is power 3. I thought it was power 4. That's even actually better than. Well, it does kill your Flicker Wisps.
Yeah, it kills Flicker Wisp, but
and your Restos.
yeah.
Oh, that card's interesting. I definitely thought it was 4 or greater. That's weird.
It's really good in green-white when you can get your voices back
Yeah.
and it doesn't kill your voices. I mean, it's incredible in green-white, like Hierarchs and all that. It like does exactly what you want it to do in a green-white.
Top deck's another Inspiring Vantage. Not withholding any information there. I guess it makes the most sense to play that. So I have to go with Leonin Arbiter. All right.
All right, let's see if we can get our opponent with this.
I mean, Patrick does have a bunch of does have fetch ends, but I think he has a Fatal Push.
Does he?
Oh, he was thinking about cracking it. Decided not to. Maybe he doesn't have a push. I feel
Maybe
like
he's going to crack it, hold priority, push. Patrick just... Okay, maybe Patrick is not tuned into this game at all. So he's going to hold priority and push. Okay, there we go.
Okay,
so
he... okay, so this was in response... Yeah, whatever.
He's had to hold priority.
Yeah,
which
sure.
There could or should be a judge call here because Patrick.
Yeah, but they're just playing.
Picked up his deck.
Playing for the hell of it for round 5.
Yeah,
so.
who cares? I was wondering why Patrick was tanking.
Yeah.
I'm like Patrick. It seems like you have one very clear line here, which is to push this thing. And I thought he was going to try to be cute and fetch, hold priority.
So Mark and I were talking before the day about how anytime you're holding priority, it's almost certainly to do something like not like I don't know.
To do something, you can't be playing a casual game,
right?
And hold priority.
Like you got to be doing something like needlessly sneaky.
Yeah.
Almost always to be needlessly.
Or just needlessly needless. Like.
Yeah. The only time maybe is if you have 2 tech edges and you need to take both of your opponent's
Yes,
lands out.
the tech edge, hold priority, tech edge is important. And ad nauseum, holding priorities can be important. But
sure.
Other than that, you should not be holding priority ever.
Here's Copter, followed by Ether Vial.
Yeah, these are not great cards.
Yeah, Ty is only left with the rest, though, against the
the thing about Smuggler's Copter against decks with a lot of removal is it's a dead card if they, Like, this is the reason I don't play Ronas in Naya Zoo, because Ronas, against a good opponent, like a good Grixis Shadow opponent, for example, they don't have to kill or worry about the Ronas ever. You just kill my Knight of the Reliquary, and you're basically 2-for-1ing me. Just kill the Smiter, and then I've basically let you take a card out of my hand by you playing well.
Right, yeah.
So it can be awkward to have cards that are dependent on other cards like this.
So Patrick's got a pretty stocked hand, but I think he needs to try to find a 3rd land here. So Visions will do that. And then he's got Kozilek's Return and Gurmay Angler. Yeah,
don't even need that Kozilek's Return.
I'm just not sure Ty can can win this game even from this point.
Is Ty out of cards?
No, he's got Resto and Mountain.
Right.
But not great. Patrick does have K Command already in hand to deal with the Smuggler's Copter if he needs to. Interestingly, Patrick not playing around the moon at all.
No, just not respecting it.
Yeah.
Which I think
that is one way Ty maybe could sneak out this game, like if Patrick fetches like a Blood Crypt here for some reason, and then.
I don't think that'll happen, but.
I guess if he does, then Patrick has the Kozilek's Return to draw into. But a Cycle Street Wraith into a Dismember.
Ty could also just draw 4 bolts in a row before Patrick kills him. I think that's
is that a possibility? Barring no Stubborn Denial, sure.
He doesn't have one right now, so.
Here's Serum again.
So Patrick has just serumed before his fetch. That can't be correct.
Maybe he doesn't want to fetch.
No. It can't be correct. I think he's just neglected to think about that.
Yeah.
I can't see a world where that's the correct play. Mean, there might be some corner case I'm not thinking about.
He did also. Patrick's probably just kind of zoned out in this game. He's just playing for fun, It's not.
Yeah, sure.
He did also try to just fetch with the Leon.
He did try to fetch through Leon and Arbiter. That's correct.
Well, Smuggler's Copter is going to get one-handed. So he kept 2 cards on top, and now he's fetched them away.
Doesn't want to see him ever again,
yeah.
Which he could have done by putting him to the bottom and ensure that you never see him again. But whatever.
All right, here's the untapped Blood Crypt. So like I said, no fear for the Maggots of the Moon. I mean, Patrick does have both Kozilek's Return and Dismember in hand, so he doesn't need to fear the Maggots of the Moon. But
what if we see the buy force for x = 2 blowing up this Copter in this Aether Vial?
That would be unbelievable.
Gurmag Angler. All right, folks, this might be the beginning of the end.
Yeah, that's a good clock. Patrick will fall to 6 from the hit from Smuggler's Copter, but I'm not sure if that matters. That is true. A regular Blood Moon in this spot would be pretty great.
I do not think Ty is playing regular Blood Moon.
Yeah, he's just got the Magi. Magi? Yeah, that's right.
It's the Magi.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Yeah, you say Magi when you pluralize Magus.
Ether Vial up to 1. Are we just playing Arresto to attack with Smuggler's Copter? we might have to.
But then you can't even get value out of the loot.
Yeah, well, yeah, you can. He's got one more card in hand.
Oh, no, he just. Oh, what did he draw?
I'm unsure. It looks like a 2-drop, but I don't think you would. I think you would rather have Resto in play than your 2-drop. Yeah.
All right, so crew copter. See what you get. Put your opponent to 6. I mean, there is a race that you can win here if Patrick doesn't have. But Patrick's got a handful of cards.
Patrick has Koligan's command and Kozilek's. Well,
Kozilek's doesn't kill anything.
Yeah, but Koligan's makes him discard a card and kill Smuggler's Copter. And he's got 2 Snapcasters, although he's not going to be able to Snapcast any Koligan's commands. He also has Dismember to take out Resto.
But that'll put him to 2 life.
Yeah. It's a little risky.
Patrick just has a bunch of awkward, expensive cards.
Yeah, he's got 2. Is it last card in his hand also a Koligan's command? Yeah, I think he has 2 Koligan's commands. No, it's the Kozilek's return.
Patrick kind of drew all his 3. I'm not sure if that's a symptom of just bad luck or Patrick kind of sideboarding incorrectly. But yeah, you can't bring in too many 3-drops in this deck. But this is kind of awkward. I sort of was thinking that I wasn't really paying attention to Patrick's hand. I sort of assumed that he just had the cards to deal with Ty's threats, but his hand does not line up well here at all.
No, it does not. He's just going to dismember full. Wow.
I think you have to. Yeah. I think that might be his only real way to.
But this means he's probably going to take a hit from Smuggler's Copter.
Yeah, but going to. I mean, that's
he
better than him.
He could just be dead here.
Right.
If Ty has a bolt. But it looks like Ty has 2 white cards.
Well, but he could try to. He could try to draw into a bolt with Smuggler's Copter.
One of them's Blade Splicer. That's pretty good.
That is very good.
And he also actually has Selfless Spirit, which he can vial in if he needs to.
Yeah. So I guess we're going to draw, but probably not discard Selfless Spirit.
I think he just drew another Selfless Spirit. Oh, it's a rest. Okay. Yeah, we got to keep Selfless Spirit. And Selfless Spirit.
Oh, I don't know. I think you. I mean, the vial on 2 is cute, but I think you. The resto, Patrick just can't win through.
Well, Patrick drew a Tassiger, which is kind of slow considering the rest of his hand.
Hey, you know what I said earlier to Victor? I said we watched Victor lose to
Mirror Crusader.
We watched that, but we also watched him lose to the 3-mana 3/3.
Yeah, Mantis Rider.
And I said, Victor, you got to be playing 1 Tombstalker. And looks like Patrick could also use 1 Tombstalker.
Definitely. Over the Tasker there would have been great.
I mean,
assuming he's able to cast it.
I just don't understand why people don't play with like 1 Tombstalker. Like, this deck is bad against flyers. Tombstalker's a great card. Tombstalker is played in Legacy and Vintage. Can Tasker say that? No.
Wow, so Patrick has Koligan's command. If he goes destroy your artifact, make you discard a card, Ty vials in Selfless Spirit, cruise the Copter, makes it indestructible, and just completely blinks.
Woo.
Wow.
You know, when I was telling Victor to play Tombstalker, Patrick was right there, and Patrick was saying, dude, that's stupid.
Well,
look what happened to you.
Yeah, Ty has to just hop in the thing.
Yep. Just hop in the airplane.
Hop in the airplane.
Hop in the copter. Copter happen. We're copter happen.
Whatever Patrick does to remove it, we can Violent Spirit and blank it.
Now, it is possible that Ty gets, like, overzealous on accident, and that leaves Patrick able to Koligan's command in response.
Nope. He's going to Koligan's command right here.
Yeah, and now you get blown out.
Destroy, 2 damage. Oh, he gets to blink the whole thing. Violent Selfless Spirit. Yep, that's game 3. All right. Wow.
Okay. Well.
Nice use of the vial there. I thought Ty was out of that one, but you're right. Patrick's hand just got clogged up by a bunch of
too many 3-drops. You know, this deck really thrives on playing on double spelling with 2 or 3 lands, and Patrick was just not able to do that. He just had a bunch of 3-mana junk in hand. I mean, you don't want to see multiple Koligan's commands on 3 lands.
The other card was Kozilek's Return, but similar.
Well, Kozilek's was super awkward there. If I'm Patrick, I'm thinking maybe I take that card out.
Well, it was awkward there, but it does seem.
Yeah, I mean, it's great. So it kills Thalia, Flicker Wisp, Leonin Arbiter.
Magus of the Moon.
Magus.
And
it kills Blade Splicer and Mirror Crusader. Yeah.
I think
what was it there? Oh yeah, it wasn't killing Copter or Resto.
Right.
Yeah, it's awkward.
But I think you need it just to kill
you definitely need. No, you're right. You definitely need it. It's just that was super awkward.
All right. Well, we'll see who takes game 3 here. Obviously, going to favor Patrick with him being on the play. I feel like Bolt is like the most important card Ty can draw at any point because Patrick brings his life roll so low. Like.
Oh, yeah.
And that was interesting. That was an uncommon instance where having Ether Vial late was actually better, as Ty knew to keep it on 2 instead of just keep it ticking up.
Sure. Also, it meant that Patrick did not have an early operative turn where he could like Colligan's command it for value.
Right.
You know, if Ty would have played that out early, Patrick could have just used a random early turn when there was no pressure to just Colligan's command, like make you discard, destroy a Aether Vial. So yeah, that was that played out very interestingly.
Oh, you know what card would also be surprisingly good against Shadow out of a Death Shadow would be the I don't know not exactly sure what it's called, but the like exile removal that isn't spell based. It's a creature. I don't know what it like Banisher
like
Priest.
A Banisher Priest. Yeah.
Or
so Fiend Hunter, then the new one is Fairgrounds Warden.
Fairgrounds Warden, yeah.
Fairgrounds Warden is kind of annoyingly now considered among the best ones because its mana cost is splashable. Yeah. But Fiend Hunter still has the best body.
Right, it's a 2/2. This one's a 1/3.
Oh yeah, Fairgrounds Warden's a 1/3. Isn't Fiend Hunter a 1/3?
Yeah. And Banisher Priest is a 2/2.
Is a 2/2?
Yeah.
But Banisher Priest doesn't have Banisher Priest and Fairgrounds Warden can't do the silly combo.
Right.
So Fiend Hunter, I did not know Fairgrounds Warden was a 1/3. But yeah, Fiend Hunter has the combo where you can cheat
Blink
with
it,
things like with Resto and
it's like a wisp.
It's pretty broken. If you don't know how to do it, look it up. But you stack the triggers.
Same thing as Oblivion Ring.
Yeah. Except for it's a lot harder to do with Oblivion Ring.
Both players kept 7, but Patrick did not have a turn 1 discard spell. And it looks like his hand is just a lot of black cards.
Yeah, Teamer Battle Rage.
So the Ether Vial here looks pretty good from Ty. It's going to go uncontested.
Yeah.
It's another Bloodstained Mire. And I think Patrick's hand is kind of weird. It's a lot of threats and removal, which obviously the removal is good. But
are these players X1?
I think so.
So they're playing for a lot of money here. Did they split already?
Yeah, I think they decided to split. And there's Mirror Crusader.
Oh, baby. And Tech Edge could become relevant in about 5 turns.
So it looks like Ty's thinking about playing either Leonin Arbiter or Thalia here. He's going to go with the Arbiter, which
so forces Patrick to double
Patrick has
fetch.
to fetch in response.
Which isn't great for Ty, but it does mean that Patrick has to make his choices about whether or not to pay life and which shocks to get without having as much information as he'd like.
Oh, so we're just plummeting right to 14. That's because Patrick already knows he has at least 1 Death Shadow in hand.
So I assume we're getting double Watery Grave, right? Because he has
Steam Bends in hand, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe Watery Grave Blood Crypt, but
I kind of doubt it.
Yeah.
Pretty sure we'll see 2 Watery Graves. Yeah, there we go.
Big fan of Red White Hatebears. Figure of Destiny needs to be banned. I don't actually think Ty's playing Figure of Destiny, but that would be sweet.
Figure of Destiny is bad, and you should feel bad. Who said that? What is your name?
Arcane Prophet.
Arcane Prophet. Prophet with an O, F, an E, and a T. I've never seen Prophet spelled that way. Anyway, I can't get behind Figure of Destiny. This card is...
It's a 2/2 for 1, dude. That's sweet.
It's not a 2/2 for... It's not a 2/2 for 1. It's a 2/2 for 2.
Actually, it's an 8/8 for 1, but...
Yeah. This card is just derpy.
Man, imagine if you had to pay 6 mana to make your Death Shadow into an 8/8.
That would be real bad.
Yeah. So I think Patrick's just going to play Death Shadow here.
Yeah, the problem with some of these like level up style cards is just they're horrible top decks. They're like pretty sweet on turn 1, but like
they're not horrible top decks because if you have a lot of mana, you can just sink a bunch into them. But
yeah, but the sink is usually like more than you can actually like. So you have to go 1, 3, 5.
1, 3, 6.
1, 3, 6
with Figure of Destiny.
Oh baby, that's a lot of mana.
Yeah, that is.
Like think about top decking this against like a Jeskai deck, and then they top deck Electrolyze or something. Ugh, feel bad.
So Patrick down to 11. He might have to be able to get 2 threats in here. Looks like he's got Gurmag and Tassier. So he's thinking about Tassier. Yeah. Delving away the whole yard and Tassier. All right. Well, Ty does have a bolt, but I'm not sure Ty has additional. Ooh, and the Death Shadow.
So 2/2 Shadow is not too scary, but it might become. Oh, we got the bolt, but
well,
no
I
red
don't
mana.
Right, and Ty doesn't even have a 3rd land to play Mirran Crusader naturally, so he's gonna have to wait till. So let's go for another Arbiter. I think he should. Oh, he can Violent Thalia, I guess.
Yeah, Violent Thalia seems
Violent Thalia to block Death Shadow.
Yeah, that'd actually be pretty funny. First strike it, but Patrick's
sure.
gonna fetch
Yeah.
here, so.
Or just shock.
He's actually just gonna shock. I don't understand the point of shock. I guess you can save that fetch for a
Revolt.
well, for a basic later.
Sure.
He's got 2 fetch. No, yeah, just 1 fetch in hand.
I think his hand is like land, Gurmag, Team of Battle Rage. Now Patrick could double block here. I mean, Ty could double block.
I don't know if that's good for him or not.
Also, I'm pretty sure Patrick didn't fetch because
he'd have to pay 2 for it. Yeah, but I don't know what else he's doing with that mana this turn. Like, are you gonna see?
Maybe Ty's just gonna sneak out a win here.
It seems doubtful.
If he has 2 bolts, so he could actually have lethal, but he doesn't have red. Then he drew another colorless source. No.
Yeah, but you can filter for red here with Ghost Quarter.
Well, you have to.
Oh, you have to search.
Oh man.
Well, you might just end up Ghost Quartering Patrick here, if he uses his mana on Battle Rage or something.
I think Ty's gonna lose to Battle Rage here.
Why is Ty tapped his?
What?
Oh, Ty just swung.
Yeah. Yes, he just attacked.
Can he afford to?
He's gonna Violent Mirran Crusader to block with no penalty, but
Yeah, but does he know that? Well, I guess that's. We'll see how this works out for him.
it's not gonna work out because of Team of Battle Rage.
I can understand Ty swinging with 1.
And Patrick just
creature,
top decked Kozilek's Return.
Oh, jeez. Just gravy. Just lay it all on. Oh, wait a minute, though. If Patrick does something dumb here, Ty floats 2 mana, Ghost Quarters himself, pays the search, gets a mountain, and bolts Patrick.
He can't float 2 mana because he has to pay 2 mana to search for his library, right?
Yes, you float 2
okay.
mana, you Ghost Quarter.
Yeah, I see what you
use
mean.
the 2 floating to pay.
Right.
Get a mountain and bolt it. If Patrick does something rash here, we could actually see Ty bolt him. I would love to see that.
So here's what I think you do. I think you do no block, or can you not? Can you afford to do no blocks?
No, you can't. Oh, well, actually, you could. Because that's 11. No, he has a fetch land.
Right, and he just doesn't shock.
Yeah. So now I think Patrick is tempted. Well, he's gonna
K return.
Is he gonna K return before blocks?
Yeah. But this isn't lethal now.
No, it's not.
Right, so he has to fetch.
Oh,
and he can't fetch.
Oh, well, so
now
the play from earlier was not possible because Bolt would have cost 2 mana.
Yeah, you're right.
But now the play is still possible. If Patrick goes for lethal,
it's not because Patrick can't get a shock land. He can't. Well, I guess he can search his library once Lead and Arbiter goes away. Yeah. Right.
You're saying that there's not.
But there's no point in him getting a shock land because now this is just lethal.
Is it lethal now?
Yeah, he gets exactly 12.
4 plus 7. No, it's 4 plus. Oh, it's 4 plus 8.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Wow.
Oh, God.
Game of inches.
I would have loved to see the float 2 mana, Ghost Quarter myself through my own Arbiter, get a mountain, bolt you. That's too bad.
Yeah, that was close.
Oh, man. Sad life. Well, the Kozilek's Return turned out to be great there. Looked real awkward game, too, though, against that Smuggler's Copter Resto. Anyway, folks. Oh, go ahead. Was there a play someone there missed?
Yes.
What?
Ty could have tech-edged Patrick because he played his 5th land. He played the
Could have tech-edged him.
He could have tech-edged land before Viling and Mirran Crusader. I mean, this is super deep.
Tech-edged so he couldn't Kozilek.
Right. Yeah.
And then Patrick would have the fetch land.
Right.
It would be forced to fetch.
Yeah, but he couldn't pay for Leonin Arbiter to get the 4th mana.
So he could not have cast Kozilek.
Right.
Oh, baby. Good thought. And we should. I want to let Ty know.
I mean,
that.
that's a super deep line. Like, you have to play playing around Kozilek's return.
Well, you're right, and I don't think that line wins you the game, does it? It just.
Yeah, it does. Because then you just block Death Shadow Survive and kill him on this kickback.
Because he'd be at.
He was he was low on life.
Yeah, he'd be at 5.
Yeah.
And you have at least 4 with the Mirren.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that does win you the game. Okay, are you sure? Let's.
Well, I mean, we could talk to him about it, but that was just an interesting.
No, I think you're right. I think.
All right. Well, regardless of that, that was a pretty cool matchup. Pretty back and forth, interesting to see. And that will do it for the final round here today. If you've been staying tuned with us this whole time, we appreciate it.
Let me say this. Following that line, so that's a great. Sorry, Mario's annoyed. Following that line, that is a great line when you have perfect information of Patrick's hand.
Of course.
From Ty's point of view, you might still be just holding on to your bolt, trying to, and you preclude that play from happening if you go for that tech edge line. But all right, sorry, we're done.
Yeah, as I was saying, thank you guys for watching. We stream 4 nights a week here, Modern on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, and Standard on Wednesdays. So if you like the stream, you can catch us every evening. And also, we have all of our games uploaded to YouTube as replays. So if you want to see any game that you might have missed this week, go check out our YouTube channel. So thanks, guys. We will be back next week, but you can catch us on other platforms before then.